Well, I was working as an electrician for my first job, just after I finished my apprenticeship. And it was my first week. And, I was over the moon to be doing the job I loved. I was. Just unfortunately, it changed. I was tightening in a screw on a circuit breaker on a switchboard when, well, bang, I was knocked back, and I hadn't really realized the switchboard was still live. The shock itself didn't hurt too much though, but it was more that I knew just how close I had come to being killed, and eventually that became the problem. That I was so terrified of going back to work. I was so terrified of dying, I just couldn't go back. And I was told that I had post-traumatic stress and that, I shouldn't feel bad about it. But come on, I'd spent 4 hard years to qualify for this, and now I couldn't even face the work. But I had to do something. Staying at home wasn't going to be an option. That wasn't going to make me feel any better. So I set up a meeting with my doctor and my psychologist, and we had a chat. And it was actually my case manager who turned around and suggested doing a ReSkilling program, working on a renovation project. Lifesaver.
Okay, so to start with, I'll get you to help Aaron and Jenny take the gyprock here off these walls. You okay to do that? And just so you're sure, all the wiring has been removed from these walls. Anything that was there has been taken out, alright? Okay. Now, once we've done that, all the insulation has to be removed from these walls. Let's get you some gloves.
Ron was great. He always made sure that I was so comfortable with the work that he gave me. And he seemed to get my fear and didn't make a thing out of it, He just kept me busy with work that kept me away from any wiring, and after a few weeks, I just started to feel less shaky, if you know what I mean. And Ron was great. He talked to me like I was a mate, got me to open up about my accident and talk about my fears. And then one day...
The next thing we need to do is the wiring. How do you feel about giving that a go?
Ron's timing was perfect. He seemed to just get where I was at. Yeah.
There's no pressure, so say no if you're not sure.
Yeah, I think I can give that a go. And that was that. From that day on, I just felt better and better. And guess what? I am back to working the job I love. I'm an electrician again.